Welcome to Static Model Mayhem. On this episode, we'll continue on how to weather a submarine, focusing on the upper hull this time. As you remember, this is Bronco's Yuan class submarine. We've used the sponge method on its lower hull, and right now we'll be focusing upstairs. Our weapon of choice is going to be, let me find it, yeah, it's going to be Tamiya's panel line accent color in light gray. You might wonder why I'm not using white. I'll tell you why. I tend not to use neither white nor pure black, usually. So what we're going to do, after we shake our panel liner, we'll be focusing on any part where there is some raised detail, and allegedly salt water will be deposited once the submarine has surfaced. So let's begin. Something like that. Just on the upper surfaces, that's where I'm going to focus, on the upper surface, like so. I'm looking for any piece of raised detail that's from the top, like those railings, for example, or this door. As usual, our model has received a satin varnish before applying the wash. Now let's go on the top surface. Unfortunately, I have lost all its antenna and tried to cover the holes, some successfully, others not so, with pieces of spare plastic. And now we're focusing on every little hatch, nook and cranny on our submarine's upper hull. Let's those torpedo tubes. Why not? This little panel line here. I'm not using gloss varnish because I want to have a surface, that oils or enamels will bite into the surface. A gloss varnish just makes them run away. And that's not the effect that I'm looking for. All those little hatches and doors on our top surface. That's where salt water will accumulate, and once it dries, it leaves a gentle residue of salt. I think I can, oh, almost missed these. 3, perhaps 4, we'll see. Here's 1, here's 2, There were 4 of them eventually. Anything else? Yep. Let's check this side. I think we have some hatches here. Not sure about the sales bit. Whatever. Whatever. Worst case scenario, bit of mineral spirits, and it's all gone. Now, on these little hatches, I'm going to use pure black. Again, give it a good shake. We have more hatches here. See? It's always worth it to check your model thoroughly from different angles. I hope that the camera can pick this one up. If not, I do apologize, but I'm not willing to destroy my build for the sake of a YouTube video, which means no, I won't be stripping it down and do a double take, the second take. Right, black panel line on those small vents. As for the main deck, I have some plans with, you'll see on the next stage. You'll see on the next step. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Here as well. Good. I think I'm a bit heavy-handed here, but I'll fix it. It's scale modeling. It's not life and death. Yeah, that's better. See the contrast in the black and light gray. Almost there. Final hatches. There we go. Double check. Have I missed anything? Hello. Right here. I'll go with the light gray. If I don't like it, I'll come back with black or some mineral spirits. We'll see. Mayhem. On this episode, we'll continue our weathering experiment and in some form tutorial for a submarine's upper hull. On top of that, I'm experimenting with some background music, so let me know if you prefer having some music at the background or just plain me talking about what we're doing. First step, we're going to remove the dust with a very, very expensive and special brush. As you see, it's a very economic makeup brush. So if you remember, we have applied our pin wash with Tamiya's panel liners, the light gray and the black, and now we're going to be cleaning this up. Just some mineral spirits. Our special brush. And off we go. I want to include some form of streaking, not too intense. First, I want to clean the light gray up. From most of the hatches. Now we're moving on to the vertical area of the ship, the submarine, should I say. Corner. Just trying to be as neat as possible, especially on the vertical surfaces. Soon you'll find out why when we move to the next step of the process. On top of that, I'm trying to avoid the ever-present checkerboard phenomenon when you have all of a model's panel lines accentuated, which results in, at least to my humble opinion, rather unrealistic checkerboard effect. You know what? This paintbrush is working better than the previous one. We'll use it. I'm trying not to be uniform all over the place. Because in my opinion, all objects, machines, even clothes and people don't show signs of weathering totally symmetrical. Here and there. You don't need a lot of mineral spirits. Not need a lot. Just enough to have a moist brush. So you can manipulate and clean up an enamel wash. I don't want to blend it. It's enamels that I'm working with now, not oils. Enamels are more of a binary affair. In other words, it's either on or it's not. Oils, you can blend them. But when you're dealing with enamels or enamels, depending on your accent, it's either present or not. Of course, you can guide it to specific spots, but I'd rather have it distinct. I don't want to make a rust bucket version of this submarine. After all, it's a relatively new vessel. not one of those rust buckets that we're used to, especially regarding World War II subjects. And if you weathering a model, again, in my humble opinion, it's better to ease up on weathering. It's easier to add more. It's a lot more difficult to remove it. Oh, get out of there. Let's try to be as neat as possible. Don't forget the thing. Right. I'm quite satisfied with it so far. So I'm going to let this white spirit evaporate and we'll see where we are. There, take a look. Perhaps I have some streaking, but I will definitely try a new material, new weathering material, which I'm going to show you on our next phase. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our mineral spirits have evaporated. Here's where we are at the moment, on the upper hull of our Yuan class submarine. Oops. So now I'm going to test a new weathering material. Tamiya's Weathering Master B. Kind of looks like a makeup thingy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll use this part of the applicator brush, grab some of it, and try to give the impression of saltwater deposits on the top of the hull. That's what we have. I kind of like it. It's a new material for me. It's a lot easier and more forgiving than, say, dry brushing. Let me check the other part of the brush. Oh, this is more intense, more targeted. You know what? I'm going to use a paintbrush. Try to do something on top of the mask. Just highlight the edges. If I like this effect, might use it on my ship models. Highlighting on, if not all, most of the edges. And I like it a lot. This part is a different font. Try to be as random as you can. Yeah, we're too heavy-handed here. We'll leave. Let me try Rust and see what happens. First at the bottom, which is more forgiving. In random spots. Can't say that I see a lot of difference. Let's try with the perhaps it's giving up small hue, distinct tint if you like. Again, I don't want to transform it into a rust bucket. Just some will do. And I think we'll leave it at that. Or let's try to drag it. See what happens. Let's see what happens if I here a bit more intense, then drag it down with small amount of thinner. We're going to find out, aren't we? Oh yes, we are. It's a learning experience for me, and hopefully a learning experience for you as well. You might argue that you can do the same or similar result with pigments, but these Tamiya powders are a bit more, have a certain moisture on them, which lets you manipulate it a lot better, and they stick to the surface better than pure pigments. On the other side. I think I'll go back here with the main color. It feels a bit too extreme and too heavy-handed. Let's place a huge dot here. Try to drag it down and see what happens. Right. I think we can conclude this submarine weathering series. This is the result that we have. I don't like the sail top surface. I'll fix it with, as I said, the base color. We'll see. But overall, that's my current method for weathering a submarine model. I could add some chipping effects on the bow. For this time and for this condition, I'm happy with it. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.